library, and what you will see is you will see that immediately getting added to my 1960s music smart playlist, because Hard Day's Night is from the 1960s. And again, I'm going to make one last smart playlist for you here. I'm going to say, I want to make a smart playlist. I'll go into advanced, where I say, I want to limit it to 500, and rather than songs, I've got gigabytes, megabytes, hours, minutes, whatever I want. 500 megabytes of songs where my, actually I've got to do this in advance. I am in advance, sorry. 500 megabytes of songs where, no, got to do it up here, I'm afraid. Play count is 0 and 500 megabytes selected at random. And this will give me 500 megabyte playlist with songs I have never listened to, and I'm going to listen to those on my iPod. Boom. There it is. That's how easy it is to create smart playlists. It's very, very simple. And that is a preview of iTunes 3. So, super easy to use, just like always. You can rate your songs. You have automatic play counts. There's a whole bunch of other new fields as well. But the biggest thing is smart playlists. This is going to really, I think, change the way we listen to music. We have audible.com support. Really wonderful product. Only runs on Mac OS X. It's a free download at apple.com starting today. So that's iTunes 3. Now, what would iTunes be without iPod? So let's talk about iPod. iPod has been a giant hit for us. And we're going to make it even better today. We've got the 5 gigabyte iPod, 1,000 songs in your pocket, sells for $399. As of today, that's $299. We want to bring it down to where even more people can afford it. The 10 gigabyte iPod, 2,000 songs in your pocket, $499. As of today, it is $399. But for the 10 gigabyte iPod, there's even more, because we have made it even thinner. This is the 5. We've made it about 10% thinner, which matters a lot when you're carrying something like this around in your pocket. And we have gone to a totally new solid-state scroll wheel. As you know, for those of you that have an iPod, the scroll wheel is one of the coolest features of the iPod. It lets you navigate around super fast and super easy. We've actually gone to a no-moving part solid state one that feels like glass. It is so cool. And that's on every 10 gigabyte iPod. And we have also added a little door to protect your FireWire, which we got a lot of requests for that. We've also added a remote. Just plug it in. You can plug in any headphones into this. Volume, play, pause, next, previous, right on the remote. Very simple. And we're also adding a case. We've got a lot of requests for this too. So a case with a belt clip. You just drop your iPod in it, and with the remote, it's really, really nice. And all this comes bundled with the new 10 gigabyte iPod. But we didn't stop there, because today we're introducing a 20 gigabyte iPod. 4,000 songs in your pocket, includes the case, includes the remote, the solid-state scroll wheel, etc. $499. So now we've got 3 iPod models. We've got a 5 gigabyte at $299, a 10 gigabyte at $399, and a 20 gigabyte at $499. 1,000, 2,000, or 4,000 songs in your pocket. We also have some new software on them that's even better. We've added some really great features in the software. In addition to being able to browse your music by artist, album, or song, we've added genre and composer. Our classical customer said, I want to find Bach, not the performer. And so we've added composer, and I think it's quite a bit better. Play counts. Your play counts will automatically get downloaded into your iPod, and the play count additions from your iPod will get then uploaded back to iTunes to the then current play counts, so that every time you play something on the iPod, it's recorded in play counts on your iTunes as well. We download smart playlists into the iPod. iPod has sound check, so play all the songs back at the same volume if you want, and it supports audible.com with round-trip bookmarking. So you can listen to something on iTunes, stop. When you pick up on your iPod, you pick up right where you left off. You stop, you sync back to iTunes, you pick up right where you left off on your iPod back on iTunes. So, we've got a new menu structure for the iPod as well. So let me show this to you in a demo. This is our iPod here, and of course, we have playlists just like always. So we can go look at our music by playlists. But we have this new menu called Browse. And this is how you can browse your music. You can browse it by artist. You get a list of all your artists here. You can browse it by album. You get a list of all your albums here. You can browse it by songs, of course, alphabetical list of songs. But the two new ones are genres. So we've got all the different genres of music that you can browse your music by, including spoken word here. And composers. So you can browse them by composers, whatever you'd like. You know, go into a composer, pick a song, etc. Very, very simple. So, that's Browse. But we've added something new to iPod called Extras. Let's go find out what's in it. Well, contacts. We've seen contacts before, and we can have our contacts in our iPod. So I can say, you know, let's say Fred Anderson here, and here's all of Fred's contacts. Here's Avi. Here's Avi's contacts here. Right on my iPod. So if I need a list of contacts with me, I don't have to take any other device. But here's something new. Calendars. You can have a calendar on your iPod. As a matter of fact, you can have as many calendars as you want from iCal. And so you can drag down any iCal standard calendars. Let's take a look at them all. And here's what it looks like. And the scroll wheel comes in really handy here because look at this. I can just scroll through the months. Let me go back to today. Boom. And I can go into today and see all the things I've got to do. If I want to better look at any of them, I can just go right in here and take a look. So we've got calendars in iPod now, along with contacts. And of course we have a clock, because when you have a calendar you need to know what day it is. And so we've added a clock in here. And we've made the game very accessible, so if you want to play the game you don't have to look for it anymore. And so this is the new iPod software, and it's really, really nice. I'd encourage you to look at it. Genres, composers, contacts, calendars. We've got 3 iPods starting now at $2.99. These will be in the stores in early August. Boxes look like this. And in addition to this, we are going to sell the accessories for existing iPod owners for $39 each. So if you want to buy a case or you want to buy a pair of headphones and the remote, $39, you can pick them up. So the new iPod, 3 different models. But there's one more little thing. Charles Haddad of Business Week recently speculated, what if the iPod did work with PCs? Could it become a Trojan horse that steals inside Fortress Windows and wins over die-hard PC fans? In other words, could it show them how good it could really be? And we think yes. And so today we are introducing